Steve here coming at you with a Pro Tip Tuesday. But before we get started, I'm going to ask you to subscribe to the channel and ask a friend to subscribe. That way we can grow the channel and spread the knowledge. Now, this is one of my favorite topics because it's beware of the advice that you get from your buddies. There's a couple of things that people always say and they always repeat it, and it's not quite right. So I thought I'd jump into the first one, and that's when you're having some trouble and you're not quite figuring out, you're not comfortable on the lanes, and your buddies say, slow your feet down. And I'm here to tell you, it's not right. Do not slow your feet down. Let's start at the beginning. Bowling is about knocking heavy sticks down far away. I don't know why you would want to do anything to lower the amount of power that you're going to put from your approach through your delivery to knock more pins down. Slowing your feet down is just going to do that. It's going to rob you of power. What I like to say is I like for people to go at their normal athletic pace. You need to be able to have the approach to transfer the energy that you're building in your approach through your release into the bowling ball down to the pins. So when people tell you to slow your feet down, here's what's happening in my opinion. The first thing is you feel like you have a lot of control. You're not quite right. Things don't feel well. Well, by slowing your feet down, you're taking control of the situation. But here's the problem. Whenever you add a decel, whenever you de-accelerate in a sporting event, it's going to be very hard to repeat that decel time and time again. It might feel really good, especially in the beginning, but I'm here to tell you that your results are going to start to suffer. What you need to do is you need to go at your normal athletic pace, and that will allow your body to act athletically in your approach through your delivery. By slowing down, you're going to start adding muscle not only in your legs, but you're probably going to add it into your release as well. Now, several years ago, I had the good fortune of working a bowling camp. It was a 4-day camp, and there were 3 former Team USA coaches in there. And I asked one of those coaches, of all the people you see, that come to you, how many do you actually have to slow them down, slow their feet down? And they looked at me and they said, Steve, seriously, it's like 92% of the people we see, we need to get their pace faster. We need them to pick up the pace so that they can get some more energy into the ball through their release. So it's really around 8% of the people that they see that they feel like they really need to slow their feet down. And the only time I would argue you would need to slow someone's feet down is if they're going so fast to the foul line that they're actually falling over top of each other. Again, rather than think about slow your feet down, and if you're uncomfortable, what I'm going to tell you is to go. I'm going to get your feet moving. Go at your normal athletic pace. By doing that, it's going to be very difficult to add extra muscle anywhere in a swing, not just your feet, but in your release as well. And by going at your normal athletic pace, I feel like I'm more likely to get back into my better feelings and to get back into the groove, especially if I'm uncomfortable. So, what do you do when you're feeling uncomfortable? And why don't you put that stuff in the comments below and we'll chat about it. Again, beware of the advice you get from your buddies, because sometimes there's an element of truth to it, but it's not always 100% there. Thanks a lot.